25 years ago, Warner Brothers brought audiences one of the most quintessential films of 90s pop culture. Space Jam, a film inspired by a series of Nike commercials starring Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny that ran through the 90s, was a shameless 88-minute ad that also featured Jordan and the entire Looney Tunes cast. With the sequel gestating off and on for the last 25 years, seeing talents such as Mel Brooks, Ivan Reitman, Jackie Chan, and Justin Lin all attached at one point in time, with various sports icons like Jeff Gordon, Tony Hawk, Tiger Woods, and Kobe Bryant all considered to be featured, it was Ryan Coogler and LeBron James that have finally delivered a Space Jam sequel, Space Jam: A New Legacy. Produced by Coogler and James and directed by Malcolm D. Lee, Space Jam: A New Legacy has come under a lot of fire from critics who claim the film is poorly written, poorly acted, and serves as mostly product placement and promotional material for Warner Brothers and LeBron James. They are, of course, absolutely correct about all of these points, none of which actually make the film as bad as they claim. After all, while loved by fans, the original Space Jam was also poorly written, acted, and served as mostly product placement. What the original film did well, and this film accomplishes too, is to highlight its star athlete's career and, of course, the Looney Tunes. Space Jam: A New Legacy has a plot with too much going on that is necessary for a Looney Tunes film, and LeBron James cannot act. But the film still has merit. This time around, Warner Brothers has chosen to highlight their entire catalog of film properties instead of just the Looney Tunes. And while critics call this shameless self-promotion, it's actually quite hilarious, and offers us the wit of the Looney Tunes crossed over with many of Warner's biggest franchises, such as the DC Universe and Harry Potter. It's hard to criticize a film for shameless self-promotion when the film makes brilliant self-aware jokes about shameless self-promotion. On the negative side, though, once we get past the introduction of the Looney Tunes and all of the crossovers involving them, the film fails to utilize Warner Brothers properties in any significant way again, making many of the background cameos pointless and unnecessary. The film is at its best anytime the Looney Tunes are being utilized on screen. Where the script falters is in how much it tries to cram into the story for no reason. With a 2-hour runtime versus the original's 88-minute runtime, the film does not utilize the extra time well. We are given a much longer setup to the plot in this film than the original had, but it's not a good thing. In fact, we do not even see the Looney Tunes until nearly 30 minutes into the film. While the crux of the plot revolving around LeBron James and his son definitely has more substance than the first film's plot that really only existed to ensure Jordan plays basketball with the Looney Tunes, everything else in the sequel is half-baked. And even the main villain, Al G. Rhythm, played by Don Cheadle, is rather forgettable. What Space Jam: A New Legacy ultimately delivers is a mixed bag that is in the end still entertaining. The story's main theme and plot does have more depth than its predecessor, and though many of the emotional scenes fall flat due to LeBron's blank expression in every scene, at least this film attempted emotion, and does have a good message. For all its faults, the film excels with the Looney Tunes, and the comedy around their antics make the film worth watching alone. Combine them with the story between LeBron and his son, and you get a movie that, just like the first, does two things well: showcase its star and the Looney Tunes. I give Space Jam: A New Legacy 2.5 out of 4 stars.